gather around for a funny story about talking to myself. So, this happened a few years ago, when I was in middle school, and it still makes me laugh to this day. It all started during a particularly boring math class. To pass the time, I started doodling and daydreaming at my desk. Without realizing it, I began having a hilarious conversation with myself, acting out different characters and voices under my breath. I created a whole imaginary scenario full of crazy characters and funny dialogues, all inside my head. Little did I know, though, that my classmates weren't as oblivious to my self-talk as I thought. You see, I tend to have a rather expressive face when I'm lost in thought or animatedly talking to myself. And that's when it happened. In the midst of one of my heated conversations between two imaginary characters, let's call them Captain Comical and Smarty Sam, I suddenly burst out in laughter. Unable to contain my amusement, I let out a hearty guffaw in the middle of class, drawing everyone's attention. Silence fell upon the room, and all eyes turned towards me. The teacher, with a puzzled expression, asked, "Care to share what's so amusing, young one?" My face turned as red as a tomato, realizing I had made a fool of myself. To make matters worse, my chatty subconscious somehow managed to convince me that it would be a great idea to respond to the teacher. Thinking quickly, I blurted out, "Oh, I was just having a funny conversation with myself, sir. Captain Comical here just told a silly joke that cracked me up." The class burst into laughter, and the teacher couldn't help but chuckle too, although he did give me a gentle reminder to keep the noise down. But hey, at least my embarrassment turned into a funny moment for everyone. From that day on, my classmates started calling me Captain Comical as a playful nickname, and they always found it amusing whenever I'd engage in one of these self-conversations again. It became a running joke among us all. So, the lesson learned here is that sometimes talking to myself can turn a dull day into an unexpectedly hilarious one. Just make sure you're in the right situation, like at home or in your room, so you won't unintentionally become the class comedian like I did. And there you have it, my funny experience with talking to myself. Remember to keep the laughter alive and embrace the little silly moments that bring joy to your day.